Picture this. You have one person in your life who knows everything about you, every secret, every fear, every plan you have ever made. You trust them with your career, with your reputation, with things you would never tell another living soul. And one morning, you wake up and they are gone, and everything you gave them is being used against you, not by an enemy, not by a stranger, by the one person you called your best friend. Robert Greene did not write Law 2 to make you paranoid. He wrote it because he studied centuries of human behavior and saw the same pattern repeat itself with devastating consistency. When you give a friend power, when you promote them, confide in them, or elevate them, you create something dangerous inside them that even they may not be aware of. Envy. The kind of envy that hides behind a smile. The kind that shows up at Sunday dinner and wishes you failure before the prayer is finished. Greene's point is surgical and precise. An enemy has everything to gain by helping you succeed. A friend already resents what you have. The math of human psychology is uncomfortable, but it is real. March 15th, 44, BC. The Ides of March. Julius Caesar, the most powerful man on earth, walks into the theater of Pompey for a Senate meeting. What happens next is so devastating that it has been studied and retold for over 2,000 years. 23 senators drive their blades into Caesar's body. But it is not the 23 blades that history remembers. It is one man, Marcus Junius Brutus, Caesar's closest friend, his most trusted advisor. The man Caesar had publicly favored, protected, and elevated above all others. When Caesar saw Brutus among the assassins, history records that he stopped fighting. He pulled his toga over his face and accepted the blows. Because the betrayal of a trusted friend does not just wound the body, it destroys the will to survive. Caesar did not die from 23 stab wounds. He died from one broken trust. Here is the psychological truth that most people refuse to sit with. Your enemy respects you enough to oppose you openly. They know what you are worth because they are measuring themselves against you. But a friend, a close friend who watches your success from the inside, experiences something entirely different. Every promotion you receive is a reminder of what they have not achieved. Every opportunity that finds you feels like one that was taken from them. Psychologists call it social comparison theory. Humans cannot help measuring their worth against the people closest to them. And the closer the friend, the more painful the comparison becomes. Your enemy wants to defeat you. Your envious friend wants to become you. And since they cannot, they settle for destroying what you have built. There is a German word that has no direct English translation: Schadenfreude. It means the secret pleasure we take in the misfortune of others. Studies from the University of Leiden found that the closer the relationship, the more intense Schadenfreude becomes when a friend fails at something we also want. Think about that for a moment. The people celebrating your wins the loudest in public may be the same people feeling quiet rely when things go wrong for you in private. This is not cynicism. This is documented human psychology. And powerful people throughout history have paid with their lives, their fortunes, and their legacies for refusing to understand it. You do not have to go back 2,000 years to find Law 2 in action. 2003. Harvard University. Two young men with a shared vision build something that will change the world. One provides the code and the vision. The other provides the early funding and the business structure. They call each other co-founders. They call each other friends. By 2009, one of them has been diluted from 34% ownership to less than 3% and is locked out of the company entirely. The lawsuit that follows lasts years and costs hundreds of millions of dollars. The story becomes a movie that wins 8 Academy Awards and opens with the line, "You do not get to 500 million friends without making a few enemies." The irony is perfect. The man who built a platform connecting billions of human friends learned law too the expensive way. In business, in power, friendship and equity are one of the most dangerous combinations in human history. Now, here is the part of Law 2 that almost nobody talks about, because it sounds wrong until you think about it carefully. Green does not just say, "Do not trust friends." He says, "Learn how to use enemies." And this is where the law becomes genuinely brilliant. When you bring a former enemy into your circle, when you give them a role, a responsibility, an opportunity, they work with a desperation and a hunger that no comfortable friend can match. They have something to prove. They have ground to recover. They are allergic to failure because failure means returning. Who question you, who push back on your ideas, are often more valuable to your growth than the ones who tell you everything you want to hear. Comfort is not the same thing as loyalty. History's greatest powers learned this. The question is whether you will learn it before or after it costs you everything. Caesar ignored Law 2 and bled out on the Senate floor, surrounded by the men he trusted. History did not mourn his naivety. History only recorded his fall. The uncomfortable truth about power, about success, about building anything that matters, is that it changes the people around you, even when it does not change you. The friend who loved you when you were struggling may not be able to love you the same way when you are thriving. That is not a character flaw. That is human psychology. And the most dangerous thing you can do is pretend otherwise. Know your allies, understand your opponents, and never confuse a comfortable smile with a loyal heart. The 48 laws of power were written in the language of history. Every law is a scar that somebody paid for with their life, their wealth, or their legacy. Learn the law before the law teaches you. If this hit different, if some part of this made you think of someone in your life right now, subscribe to Uneasy. Because what we do here is not just content. It is a library of truths they were never going to teach you in school. Every law, every pattern, every psychological truth that separates the people who build lasting power from the ones who wonder what happened to everything they built. Subscribe, tap the bell, and stay uneasy, because the comfortable ones never see it coming.